The title of this month's classic episode says it all. Confrontations, pitting mutant against a mutant. A sinister secret force cannot be controlled, and what's causing more mysterious disappearances. I suggest, gentlemen, that you renounce your evil ways. If you do not, I shall learn of it and be very angry. Quote, Storm, Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, Issue 180. Whose life is it anyway? After months of practice, Charles Xavier has managed to beat the psychosomatic feedback his mental powers had created that prevented him from walking in his new body. He decides to enjoy the newly acquired ability to play basketball. However, his game is ended prematurely when he's struck by yet another powerful mental scan and wonders what the alien force causing it could be. He is then visited by Storm, who has come with her concerns over the lack of control over her powers and her new, more savage attitude, along with its effects on Kitty. She wonders if she is going insane. Probing her mind, the professor reveals that there is nothing wrong with her mentality. He points out that he doesn't know what's causing her change in personality and ethically cannot bring himself to alter her mind with his power when she asks it could do more harm than good. Elsewhere in Salem Center, Kitty Pryde is out at the arcade with her friend Doug Ramsey. After ranking the top score, the game fries and the two are kicked out by the owner, who tells them they are not welcome back as they hog the machine for hours and hardly spend any quarters. Going for lunch, Kitty confides in Doug about her feeling towards the new Storm. She explains that with all her changes, the woman she cared for like a sister has become someone who frightens her and she doesn't know what to do. Doug pledges to be her friend and then tells her that he has an appointment at the Massachusetts Academy. He asks Kitty about her time there and she explains that she hated it. However, secretly, she recalls that it was run by the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. She wonders if Doug is a target of the X-Men's enemy and wonders what she can do about it. Back at Professor Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, Colossus spends time recovering from his injuries by chopping trees on the property. He is trying to come to terms with his feelings over Kitty. When Wolverine comes and forces him to talk about them, Colossus worries about the future given and how she almost got herself to the Morlocks, as well as a new friendship with Doug Ramsey. He admits that he is insecure that Doug is everything Kitty could want and fears that he might lose her. Logan tells him that if he thinks that, he's lost her already. Storm has traveled to the Bronx Botanical Garden to spend some time enjoying the plants in the greenhouse. She comes upon a group of muggers attempting to rob an old couple and confronts them. When they attempt to stab Storm with knives, she unleashes her powers on them, sending them fleeing. When she goes to help the elderly couple, they are frightened by her mutant nature. She is then called back to the X-Mansion, where she and the other X-Men are briefed about Doug Ramsey's invitation to the Massachusetts Academy. With the Hellfire Club currently in disarray and the White Queen seemingly in a coma, Charles agrees to let Kitty accompany Doug to find out if he is at risk. During the conversation, Xavier reveals that Doug is really a mutant that has language translation powers, which surprises everyone. After the meeting, Kitty is walking through the halls of the mansion when she is swept upwind into the sky by Storm. Up in the air, the two come to terms with their feelings about Storm's recent changes in personality and style. Aurora explains to Kitty that she is going through the changes that frighten her and that she needs to go through them to find out who she really is. After some conversation about the changes, Kitty and Storm promise to be there for each other no matter what. A week later, Kitty and Doug are boarding a plane to Massachusetts from LaGuardia Airport, and Kitty's mind has already gone to another worry: the aloof behavior of Peter, making her wonder if there is anything wrong with him. As she boards the plane with Doug, they are greeted by the White Queen. When Kitty tries to alert the professor telepathically, she cannot reach him. The professor, Colossus, Wolverine, and Storm are investigating a powerful psychic presence in Central Park. There is a giant construct has appeared, and they are drawn to it. They are teleported away to a far-off place. The fate of the X-Men continues in Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #1. Notes: the ending of this issue serves as a prologue to the Secret Wars. New Mutants #15 shows that Doug and Kitty's relationship is more than just friends for both. Although Kitty has been infatuated with Peter, she only revealed her feelings to him in Uncanny X-Men 174. Peter's uncertainty over how he feels about Kitty contributes to his relationship with Zaji during the Secret Wars. Peter tells Logan that they were in Russia. He and Kitty might be married with children. While the sliding timescale of Earth 616 makes Kitty's age unclear, some later readers have criticized their romance at this time as being age inappropriate. Peter's statement indicates that in his rural Russia culture, a serious romantic relationship begins with someone his age and someone Kitty's age would not be unusual. That said, he is aware that the American culture is different in many, including this one. Thus, he's agreeing with Logan that he is waiting for her. The Massachusetts Academy sends its private jet to LaGuardia and not to an airport closer to Salem Center, about an hour north of New York City. Perhaps Emma Frost wants more time in the air with Kitty. When the New Mutants travel to the Academy to rescue Peter and Kitty in New Mutants number 15, they ride a bus. Next issue, Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, Issue 181, Tokyo Story.